With Broker Tour now fully enabled in the city, a question I'm being asked is, how do I take my listing that's not in the city and send that tour or caravan data to our reciprocal MLS partners? So I'm going to do a quick example here. Let's just start off with the home dashboard. And why don't we find a listing that belongs to a San Francisco member that is outside the city, and then figure out what we can do with that. So let's just run a, I don't know. Let's take a look at the market watch for some active new listings. I'm going to sort by city and see if I can find something that's outside the city. Sure enough. Okay, so here's a listing that's in Daly City that belongs to one of our agents. How would our agent put that listing on the tour in MLS listings territory? Well, there's a new feature you'll find in your listing editor. It's below the broker tour for SF and below the open house. It's called Tour Caravan Outside SF. And it basically allows you to put in information, either in person or virtual, for putting your listing on tour outside of the city. Now, you do have to know what the MLS listings tour schedule is in order to know where your listing goes on their tour. It doesn't pre-populate the date or the time information. You will have to know this information yourself, but you do have an interface for adding this information so that it can be transmitted to MLS listings, and then they'll make sure that the data gets into the right report. So what you need to do is find yourself the schedule for what the San Mateo Daly City tour schedule is. Once you have that information, you'll be able to add the data just using this very vanilla input form. This input form is the same regardless of what out of area you're looking at. So if we were to go look at, say, Oakland, you'd be presented with the same vanilla input. So make sure that if you have a listing that's outside the city, you find out what the tour schedule is for those regions, and then make sure you input that data using that feature. Again, once you're looking at your listing in the editor, you're looking for a thing here called Tour Caravan Outside of SF. And then that lets you have that vanilla editor for just inputting that data. That's going to be the first step to getting that data loaded in our reciprocal partners. We're working on integrating the data and making our interfaces more intelligent as we go forward. But that's, at least today, a way you can solve the problem. Hope you found that informational. Stay tuned. We've got more fixes and improvements coming. Take care.